take it back. Back in time.
Badegi Radio.
A wonderful good morning to the beautiful listeners of Badegi Radio 90.1 FM. We're reaching you live from the uphill of the capital city of the. We're reaching you live from the uphill in the capital city of the power state, Mina, Niger State. Today is the fourth day in the month of June year 2026. Studio time check is 12 minutes past the hour of 9. I am Usman Apaya. Welcome you to your favorite morning show, the Badegi Radio Link. When Nigeria turned to democratic rule in 1999, there was a widespread optimism across the country. After years of military rule, many citizens believe democracy will usher in accountability, economic progress, social justice, and national development. For young Nigerians especially, democracy represented hope. Hope the leadership will become more respectful. Opportunities will expand, and ordinary citizens will finally have a stronger voice in shaping the future of the country. More than 2 decades later, however, that optimism is steadily fading among many young people. Across Nigeria today, political frustration is becoming increasingly visible. From university campuses and marketplaces to online conversation and communities gathering, many young Nigerians openly question whether democracy is truly working for them. While youths remain politically aware and active, many no longer believe that elections automatically lead to good governance or meaningful changes. This growing loss of faith did not happen overnight. It is a result of a repeated disappointment, worsening economic realities, governance failure, and widening gaps between political promises and the daily struggle of the ordinary citizens. One of the biggest reasons why young Nigerians are becoming disillusioned with democracy is the disconnect between the elections and the governance. Every election cycle comes with grand promises. Politicians travel across the country speaking about youth empowerment, job creation, improved security, better education, and economic prosperity. Young Nigerians are encouraged to register to vote and participate actively in shaping the country's future. Youths after elections, many citizens feel forgotten. These feelings is particularly strong among young people because they are often the most active participants during campaigns. They attend rallies, defend political parties online, volunteer for candidates, and engage passionately in political debates. However, once leaders assume office, many youth feel excluded from the decision making and disconnected from the governance itself. The frustration becomes even deeper when daily realities continue to worsen despite repeated political promises. Today, Nigeria is facing one of the most difficult economic periods in recent years. Inflation has significantly increased the cost of living. Food prices continue to rise rapidly. Transportation costs have become unbearable for many families. Rent, healthcare, and school fees are increasingly difficult to afford. Millions of young Nigerians, including graduates, struggle to secure stable employment despite years of education. In many parts of the country, it is common to find university graduates riding commercial motorcycles, selling food online, or surviving through temporary informal job unrelated to their qualification. Others spent years searching for employment without success. Some young Nigerians have completely lost confidence in the possibility of building a stable future within the country. For many youths, democracy begins to lose meaning when survival itself becomes uncertain. At the same time, they see public office living comfortably. These contrasts fuel resentment and weaken public trust in democratic leadership. Corruption and lack of accountability have also contributed heavily to growing disillusionment. Over the years, Nigerians have witnessed numerous corruption allegations involving public office, abandoned projects, and misuse of government resources, yet in many cases appear to result in limited consequences or delay. For young people watching this development, it becomes difficult to deliver that democratic institutions are genuinely working in the public interest. For many youths in Nigeria, in northern Nigeria especially, insecurity have directly shaped their perception of governance. Communities displaced by violence often struggle with poverty, interrupted education and limited opportunities. In such environment, political promises can begin to sound empty when citizens see little visible empowerment in their safety and welfare. The conduct of elections themselves have also contributed to growing public frustration. Although Nigeria have made important democratic progress since 1999, many citizens still raise concern about vote buying, political violence, intimidation, and electoral irregularities. Young voters have participated enthusiastically, often feel disappointed when election outcomes become resounded by controversies and legal disputes. General election reflected both the hope and frustration surrounding Nigerian democracy. Millions of young people participated actively in political conversation and voter mobilization efforts. Social media become major platform for political engagement, especially among urban youths. Many young Nigerians believe their participation could reshape the political landscape. However, after election, public debates about electoral transparency, technical challenges, and institutional credibility left many citizens feeling disappointed once again. Regardless of political affiliation, the broader issue was that many youths felt democratic process still did not fully reflect transparency and accountability they desire. Another important factor behind declining trust is the growing influence of money in Nigerian politics. Contesting for political office, often it is difficult for ordinary Nigerians with ideas and leadership potential to compete effectively. Political structures are frequently dominated by wealthy individuals and established elites. As a result, many youth feel democracy has become inaccessible to ordinary citizens. Politics is increasingly viewed not as a platform for public service, but as a system controlled by money, godfatherism, and elite influence. Despite all, now this is what we want to look at today. We want to look at young Nigerians who are losing hope in democracy. How is this democracy been faring from 1999 to date? Recall that sometimes in this country, during the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, there was a bill that was being signed into law that no, you're too young to rule. But as it is now, how many young Nigerians are having the opportunity to be in the corridor of power? Now, those who have the opportunity to be in power, you may want to ask whether they be able to put in place to give a very good representation to the youth. Because when you complain that you are not being given the opportunity or inclusiveness in governance, when the chance is being given to you, how best did you utilize that opportunity? That is another very big question. So Nigerians, young Nigerians to be precise, have been losing confidence in democracy owing to the fact that the old quagos don't want to leave the political arena. They want to perpetuate themselves in power. You look at from 1999 to date, all the presidents have actually crossed more than 50 years. And of course, Nigerians have not actually have, the relative changes they actually been yearning for. So what is the problem? How do we tackle these growing political issues? Democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. But if you look at any nation that want to grow, then youth must be the vanguard in whatsoever program or policy you want to put forward. As I said, youth are the vanguard of any successful development. But when it comes to governance in Nigeria politically, the youth are always being used as an instrument to get power. Right after which that power is acquired, the inclusiveness of government that is being promised this youth being gone to the thin air. So what is the problem? And this has been causing a lot of resentments among the youth constituency. Youth have been complaining that they are not being included in the act of governance. You hear many politicians when they come to complain, knowing fully well that it is the youth who will give them the much needed victory they require. They give all sorts of promises to the youth that when this big feat is achieved, we're going to include you into the government. A certain percentage is going to be given to youth, but after the power, you never see that promise being actually redeemed. So what is the problem? That is what we want to look at now. The growing concern as youths are losing confidence in democracy. And when youths lose confidence in democracy, who then will be within the corridor of power? Who then will serve at the vanguard of progress in your society? But again, like I said, a coin has two sides. If the youths are losing hope in democracy in Nigeria because of a lack of inclusiveness and governance, now, how about other places? No matter how slim the chance is when the youth have the opportunity to be in government, what have they been able to put on ground? I want us to look at this argument in both sides. For instance, in Niger State, if you look at the large chunk of the appointees of this government, you can say up to 70 to 80 or even 90% of the people at the aim of affairs are youths. But have we got the much needed result? If you look at it from the top echelon of the government, from the federal government, who are the large chunk of the population? Is it the youth or the old that are in government? So we have to look at it from both sides. The youth are losing confidence in democracy. Have they been able to utilize the opportunity given to them? That is the discourse. So we're going to make it conversational today, give you opportunity to come in so that we look at this issue, because a lot of our problems have been popping up. We're thinking about insecurity. If you want to deal with issue of insecurity, you need to get level-headed people to do that. And most importantly, the youth, because they are their exorbitant stage of life where they can turn things around. You can't take the old to the battlefield. You can only bring the old to give you in terms of intelligent gathering, in terms of technicalities, but in terms of the pragmatic approach to the problem, it is youth who should lead the front. Again, when you talk of issue of even the politicking itself, it is still the youth. A lot of all the sector of the economic, you need the youth to be the vanguard. But what are we having now? So this growing concern is actually causing a lot of resentment. So let's look at it together so that as we are stepping into 2027 general election, let's begin to identify the problem and provide solution to them. Are we going to continue to allow the youths to be relegated when they are the vanguards? They are the people you use to get what you want. So let's look at the problem. 0913857901 is the number. You can as well reach us on our Facebook page at Badegi Radio 90.1 MZ FM, where you post your comment and contribution. Hello.
Hello, Usman Akara.
Yes.
Good morning once again.
Good morning, MD Awan.
I most appreciate you for bringing a better topic for discussion.
Thank you.
Usman Akara, I've heard your submission all along, but the forum is not there for youth to participate in terms of democracy in this country. Why I say the forum is not there, you can see in as well we begin to be having leaders, which most of our leaders are analog. What I mean by analog is that we're having leaders which are above 70 upward. You understand, the level program is not there because they will not give the youth the forum for them to come up. And by the way, Usman, election now has become what we practice in Nigeria now is the money politics. In as well, we continue to practice money politics where the youth, they are not having money to come and participate in terms of election. How much will you buy from of either House of Representatives from the ruling party and likewise even the Senate? It's about millions of naira. So most of our youth are not having this money to participate in terms of democracy, because what we practice in Nigeria now is the money politics. So, and if we want the involvement of youth in this country, we need to do away with money politics, and it's not done in this country because that is what we practice. You can see most of the politicians when during the era, if election is coming, they will decide to engage most of this youth based on stipend that they used to give them, engage them the youth instead of them to give them the forum for them to participate. The forum is not there. So if we want the youth to participate in terms of democracy, our leaders need to create that forum so that the youth will have that privilege to participate. But since in as well we continue to play money politics, the youth are not having money to participate in terms of politics. So those are lapses that we have, and we need to correct all these lapses so that at least the youth can have that privilege to participate in terms of election or in terms of democracy in this country. Yeah, that's my take.
Thank you very much. 0913857901 is number to call. We are looking at why young Nigerians are losing faith in democracy. And on the other side, if the young Nigerians are given the opportunity, how best they utilize the opportunity? 2027 election is on the other side of the door. Hello.
No, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you, Ogapaya?
Thank God, sir.
See, Ogapaya, you don't sit down and wait for power. You have to fight and grab the power. Youth don't want to fight for this power. That is the problem. If they didn't stand up and fight for this power, this old generation, they are not ready to relinquish this position for us. Let me tell you, they're recycling themselves. That is one. Two, youth themselves, they have serious problems. They are doing politics of money. Once you are doing politics of money, you will never get it right. Because the highest bidder always has it. The good people that ask money that are there, they don't have money to participate. And the people say it's money you are looking for. So let youth come together, put themselves together, and forget about politics of money. They can even form their political party and grab this power from these people. They have to make a lot of sacrifice. This country belongs to them. But up to now, they are still asleep. They have not wake up to now. That is my take-off.
Thank you very much. Yes, we are looking at why you young Nigerians are losing faith in democracy, and who do we blame? The youths who have got a little opportunity. How did they utilize the opportunity? Are we now saying that we should, do away with all our cargoes within the politics? And if the youth are being given the opportunity, how proper do you think the opportunity is being utilized? Let's begin to have this conversation ahead of 2027 general election. Hello.
Hello, good morning. Uncle Apaya, good morning this morning.
Good morning, Elijah Abdul Hadi.
I see my Prince Elijah Abdul Hadi for the Red Land of Boso Kingdom. When you see, I start from the not too young to run in Nigeria. Who are those young people you want to run? Where the not too young to run, they are becoming audio
in Nigeria politics. What are we talking about? Today, how many millions do you have to run as a seat of chairman, seat of a member or rep? How many millions? Then how many people do you have with AK-47 with the contract to run for the House of Rep, Senator, and Assembly? How many? The issue is that whosoever pass in this country today, in democracy we are talking about today, is women, is our mother, is our sisters, is our aunties who save from morning till night to run to cast their vote. At the end of the day, they pursue them, match them with the contract. What are you talking about? It is the type of democracy we're talking. We will take a look at the when we're talking of military as an autocracy we're talking about. Then, autocracy we're talking about. How many people life is saved? How many civil life is saved? Compare now today. You are in democracy where you cannot sleep in your house, you cannot go to your farm, you cannot go to school. We are talking today. Democracy today in Nigeria and the kidnappers today are wage war against the citizens of this country in the name of what to practice democracy. It is the type of democracy America is playing. It is the type of democracy Britain are talking about. I still tell you to condemn that democracy is not working in Nigeria, in the giant of Africa, especially in the serious of the North. Our life is no more safe in terms of democracy. Who are those people who is killing us? Who are those politicians? So my last word today, all still of this country, it should shine our eyes for 227. It's not by force. You must vote for a brother. It's those people who think that we will push you, carry out of this problem we are facing in your country, in your state, in your local government. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alhaji Abdul Hadi Photo. Thank you for your contribution. 091385790001 is the number to call. Young Nigerians are losing confidence in Nigerian democracy. Why? And how do we tackle this problem? If the youths are ready to take our power, what are the procedures? What are the things that needed to be done? Let's have the conversation together ahead of 2027 general elections so that we can make an informed decision. Hello.
Good morning, Usman Opaya.
Good morning, Mr. Buti.
This is Mr. Buti from Janaima, Wishishe State.
You're welcome to the program.
Usman, the topic of discussion, the mistake has been made by President Olusegun Obasanjo. I always said this, and since then, no other president has managed to correct or to repair the condemned portion. In fact, our late president, Yaradua, blessed memory, probably might have done something about it. Probably, but his lifetime was short. So he did not do. See, our democracy has been hijacked by the royal class, the richest class of the citizens. And why I mentioned President Olusegun Obasanjo in this issue is that the moment he came into office in 1999, he upgraded the salary of a councillor. Let's start from a councillor that is elected the most junior among them. He upgraded their salary more than 100%, more than that of a professor in the university. So from then, we begin to have problems. It has been hijacked by the richest. If you are not rich, as the other caller area mentioned, the first caller, how much is the form of intent? That is form indicating your interest to contest. Just at the primary elections alone, within the parties themselves, how much is the amount to be paid before you obtain that form? Where will the youth or the jobless youth get that money? And if at all it's a responsible somebody, if he get that money, his own genuine income, will he put that one into business or will go to put into a form of intent only? Will he do that? Except you have someone behind you who is, and that will answer your question, that those youth that has opportunity, how do they manage the opportunity they had? they are being sponsored by someone who is very rich. So when they go there, they are answerable to the person that sponsored them, not they themselves. They are being controlled by someone else. So in Nigeria today, our democracy has been hijacked by the richest youth. Some of them that even made their way, some of the corrupt politicians before, if they are there and they leave the office, they will find a means of planting others there so that they will be giving income for them. You understand? That is why our youth are not having opportunity to participate. And even the few that has opportunity, their hands are tight. That's the only reason, except and until they will make public offices less juicy. They will reduce the salary and allowances of these public officers, these elected representatives. Except they do that, yes, they will not get it right. Thank you. May God help Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Musa Mute, for that very lengthy one. We are looking at why young Nigerians losing confidence in democracy, losing faith in democracy. A lot of complaints from different constituencies of the youth are been, popping out. Many have saying that leaders after elections did not fulfill promises they made. They promised to fix the economic, provide basic amenities, a lot of things, but at the end of the day, they don't fulfill promise. Again, many youth complain about the electoral process that it has been so exorbitant that if you only the richer ones get opportunity, if you are not rich, you don't get the opportunity to actually be in power. Again, you look at they complain about the electoral empire who deliberately refuse to allow their vote to count. The youths have the larger majority of the vote. They do the canvassing and whatever. At the end of the day, they complain that their vote does not count. Look at the recent, Buhara in the country when somebody, an individual or an aide to the minister, broke into INEC secret cyber and, of course, downloaded secret information of over 90 million Nigerians who are going to cast their vote in the forthcoming election. That have been making the youth to have a spirit of despair because their hope is becoming so hopeless that at the end of the day, even if they canvass and give their vote to a particular individual they want, their vote will not count. This is one of the reasons that is making the youth in the country to lose hope in Nigerian democracy, which is very, very bad and terrible for those who actually fought for democracy to be in place. And Nigeria, who is the giant of Africa, and Nigeria is a democratically inclined country, but democratic principles are on daily basis being violated, and this is making causing a lot of troubles. The youths who are the vanguard of any successful development are now getting fed up and disappointed with Nigerian democracy. So what is going to be the fate of the country democratically, and what have you? So call us and join the conversation. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Small Payam.
Good morning, the winner.
This is the winner is calling from Teda Junction.
You're welcome to the program.
I hope this floor for now is for callers only. We are taking our time.
Just go ahead and make your contribution. I'm presenting my program. Go ahead and make your contribution.
I understand, sir. You see, this our government is not for the people anymore. They have already failed us. I'm sorry to say, people will say they have no any trying. They will never adjust their constitution. Whenever you may be a president or governor or councillor, once you fail in 1 year, they should resign. You should come down. You should step down. The way they are killing people, nobody is saying anything. Government is not for the people anymore. But the government is for their parents and for their wife and for their children only. Where are we heading to? Is it how we continue? Let them give a youth. Let us come out. We should look for a big post. You know, by after 70 years, 80 years, we will be contesting for president. We see Barack Obama. He's not up to 50-something years. He ruled the United States of America. For Nigeria, if youth want to come out for where, only our generals, they are the ones just turning up and down. Where are we heading to? Only God will see us through, and we need to stand on our feet, to be sincere. We have already signed it up. Once you come this world, one day you must surely go back. So let us say something. We will not continue to be keep quiet anymore. May God continue to protect us.
Amen.
And remain in the wilderness.
Thank you very much. Yes, you can hear it from the last caller. We must say. But again, what question you must ask? Are the youth having strength of character to be able to take over the leadership? What are they doing? Somebody said the same youth who are complaining are the same youth who they will pay 2,000 naira, 5,000 naira to do funny things on the favor of the same people that are complaining. So, are you really ready? Is it not contradiction that is coming from the youths themselves? Hello.
This is Mr. Sunday calling from Nina.
Okay, Mr. Sunday, you are welcome to the program.
Thank you. You know, I would say I would say that the youth are not well coordinated. They are not in one. You know, they are not speaking in one direction. You know, if youth are speaking in one direction, they have the power. They have what it takes. For them to stand to challenge the elderly ones that have been leading us. It comes for this election. You don't have the power, to petition whatever that has been happening. To say election in Nigeria should not be an election that before somebody will contest, that should pay so amount. The youth leader in Nigeria can write to the court, and it will be a court case, to judge. So they can start to win such a thing that a youth can come out to contest without bringing out a heavy amount of money. That is it. To let youth, be coordinated, let youth begin to speak in one voice, so that they can have a say, they can have a stand, they can have a position in a top government parastatals. So if we are not speaking in one voice, how would they give us chance? And if it comes in terms of election, and they bring somebody that the youth don't like, the youth will stand in one voice that they are not voting for you. And they will see that the youth are not voting for them. They will not have power to vote themselves. But if election comes, the youth will rush out because of 2,000, because of 1,000. You see, they will still be buying them. And the other one that will be given a position, have they given them a post? Have they given them a position, that worth something? That the other youth will be expecting something from them. They will not give them a minor position like that. They will not even power them up in order to perform well. The youth should stand in one voice. The youth should stand in unity to speak, and they will turn this around. That is my own contribution. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You heard it. The youth must come together and speak in one voice, be united. But again, sometimes you want to ask. Nigeria, I find, is in a very terrible democratic terrain. That for you to contest for a position, even if you don't want to give money, for you to go around and campaign, it's require huge resources, buying form, and all these things. These are having financial implication. Are the youth having the money?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Good morning. My name is Ambassador Gebu the Challenger. I'm calling you from Tudunfula, Mississippi.
You're welcome to program.
You see, do you know we the citizens, we can make this country a better country today and tomorrow. But it's just that if you take a look at it properly, Usman Abaya, we are the architect of our problems. It's at the 2-point agenda that we're supposed to upgrade and amend. Number one, Usman Abaya, change begins from me, you, and others. Secondly, we should do away with sentiment, tribe, religion, nepotism, and corruption. It's eating us deep inside us. And what is killing us so much in this democratic era is this. We don't go for competence. We don't go for capacity. We go for money and materialistic things. You understand? Most especially in Arewa, Shesa Sagan Anazagi, Muemuyan Arewa, Mukajine, Lokochie, Zadi Bahati Awas Amakaji. You see, you were here. You understand? When Wike was making some comments, you understand? At the end of the day, they will share us money. You understand? And we vote them in. You were here when Akpabio said we should go and be protesting. They are here eating and drinking and getting fatter. Which leader does that? I don't know if you're understanding me. So these are the things that we are talking about. Really, we really have to step up and do the needful in this aspect. In doing what? We should go for competence and capacity. So we are the architect of our problem. No matter how we pray, God will not come down from heaven and change this. We will be the one I will change it by ourselves. Allah Bazali Nimpo Abade. You see, some people keep on saying we should keep on praying. Prayer without work, prayer without faith is worthless. We have to change before God will help us. So we are the architect of our problem. We should stop calling God Allah is in Emuna. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Gebu. Let's take some few Facebook messages here. We have Comrade Mohammed Zakari Sakbe say good morning. Thank you very much, Sakbe. Farouk Garba said good morning, sir. Thank you. Good morning. Ozigi Ismail said good morning. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Let's return to the callers. Hello.
Dr. Apaya.
Yes, sir.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, sir.
You see, Apaya.
Yes, sir.
We shall continue to sing and continue to talk. But it is clear the youth are still the problem of the society. The youth are still the problem of our country. The youth are still the problem of themselves. Apaya.
Yes, sir.
When you make calculation, let's begin from Niger State alone. The youth are the one occupying both political appointments and other appointments. Apaya, are we getting results? Today in Nigeria, or let me say in Niger State, majority of the population, about 75% of the population of Niger State are youth. About 80% of the people holding position in political parties are youth. Apart from the governor downward, 80% are youth. Then Apaya, what are we talking about? The problem lies with the youth. The youth are the ones celebrating the corrupt people. The youth are the ones into corruption. And not because of anything. May the soul of Sadana and other rest in peace.
Amen.
Imagine their age. If they are to be selfish, Apaya, do you think we are going to find ourselves in this kind of situation again? The situation will have been worse more than what we are experiencing. For people like Sadona, they make sacrifice for us to survive, for us to enjoy. But no youth is ready to do that. The youth of nowadays are greedy and selfish. What they care for is money. And let them know that what is the essence of you making money in this world? And the year after, you are going to have fire. God is not a joker. If he has said something, I don't think he has any, he's going to change it again. The most important thing for you to do as youth is for you to be committed and be dedicated and be grateful to God and be contented. So that whoever is doing wrong, even if the person is in your own house, you have the power to make the person to do what is right. But unfortunately, you, the youth, you are complaining for somebody who is ahead, whereas you are also corrupt and you are also bad. It is not possible for you to give what you don't have. Thank you, Apaya.
Thank you, Mr. Jimo, for that very lengthy contribution. Yes, he said that the reasons the youths have no reason to lose faith in democracy because they are the one who are dashing their same hope. In certain instances with Niger State government saying from the governor down, virtually everywhere, every public office is occupied by the youths. What the result? No result. That's according to what he said. And it's clearing, yes, youth, some of these who have opportunity are not actually giving youth very good representation. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Ambassador Abdullah
I'm Muhammad Jia Kiko from Bida.
Ambassador Abdullahi.
Mr. Parr, the sleeping had is that we're paying your qua. Okay, as your photo. No, it's bad. Youth, if you want to analyze, dissect, x-ray the attitudes of youth today, there's no hope. We have to redefine our stand and research ourselves back to this memory or lost glory. That's research us back to lost glory. Because youth today, the secondary school, student union in the higher institution, youth association in the areas, and other youth they participate in they only promote poverty and collect money from politicians. Any youth nowadays, the person with public office, they will disappointed. Get quick rich syndrome is biting harder among the youth attitude. Now, in the past, elders of yesteryears used to identify youth with good qualities, with credible quality that suits for leadership. Then we appoint them, nominate them for elected offices. But now, today, youth, if you are either through Yahoo, misappropriation, stealing, banditry, if you have money, you are a stakeholder in any political party today, and you'll be given chance. Because our leaders are succeeded in killing youth aspirations by imposing high fee on the purchasing of forms, medical forms. Like me, I don't have 20 million, 50 million to purchase form for Senate, as a prayer as a governor. It's not possible. How will you? Then, if they want me to, then you have to engage in the illicit acts. Devils have to acquire money through any means. Protest. But if we want it to get, then we have to go. Our religious leaders must celebrate the criminals, must celebrate the fraudulent politicians, because they give the president, they pray for them, that they are the blessed ones. This is not what. So my suggestion, my advice to youth today: let's change our attitude. Let's have fear of God. There's still fear of God in ourselves. Have attitudinal change. And be a reformer. Reform ourselves, within ourselves. Youth, let's identify the right and competent hands. The ones that have fear of God, the ones that have experience and capacity to lead. And let us entrust them with the leadership position so that they will bring results. But today, from university down to the union, state or town or community, I've lost confidence in youth entirely. And let's restart. Change begin with me and you.
Yes.
Then myself, let me question myself. I should be an agent of change so that we change so that Nigeria will have a better Nigeria. A good guidance and will give us that.
Amen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ambassador, for that very lengthy analysis. Well, he said that the problem begins right from the university days and the other higher institution when comrades have turned to corporate beggars and, of course, Luther beggars. You see them coming to shower accolades at leaders who have failed simply to just one or two things. And that spirit, from the university, exhibit that spirit in the larger society, and this is the more reason why they continue to be beggars. They keep on following people, celebrating corruption, and that is one of those problems. So why should they lose hope? That's according to, if I understand the last caller very well. Let's take one call. Hello.
Hello, Sumanapa is Bute calling back.
Okay, yes.
I cannot blame the youth of today for the problem we are facing or the problem they are facing in the country. Our leaders weaponize poverty against the youth or against the citizens. Believe you me, the style of leadership, we always talk about people like Sadona or Sokoto and Tafa Balawa and Co. These people did not introduce poverty as policies that will hurt their people. They did not weaponize hunger. I am telling you, our leaders now are weaponizing poverty to hurt the citizens. And the youth, we have no option than to key into it. All the youth are saying that collecting 2,000, in fact, you make them irritate. You make them lose hope in the system. There's no, except we have a political leader, a leader who has the political will to reduce and reintroduce this policy, except you put the salary of the National Assembly members, the State Assembly members, a councillor with that of a civil servant, especially a teacher. Except you do so. Salary of a councillor before was that of grade level 8. How much is a councillor earning now? So unless and until you do this, a leader that has the political will to do this, let us come back and be collecting salary allowances, same as civil servants. Then you begin to you are coming closer to the light. Yes, you'll be going to the darkness or the dark days or the worst days. May God help our country. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, as we're wrapping up the program today, on this very particular discussion, one truth stands out clearly. Nigerian democracy is not losing its value in the eyes of youth because they hate democracy, but because they are questioning its outcomes. When elections do not translate into job, when promises do not become policies, and when institutions are not trusted to be fair, disappointment becomes inevitable. But disillusion is dangerous, not because it's loud, but because it becomes silence, withdrawal from public and civic participation. Responsibility, therefore, is shared. Leaders must build trust through transparency, accountability, and performance. Institutions must strengthen credibility. Any young Nigerian must not give off their voice, because democracy without participation is not democracy at all. The ballot remains powerful, but only when citizens believe it matters. The future of Nigerian democracy will not be decided only at the polling units. It will also be shared by whether young people choose to stay engaged, informed, and active in demanding their better governance. This is why conversation this is how we're going to end this conversation. You must own up to your future. Nobody will determine your future but you. Do not take money and expect good governance. You must be resilient in ensuring that good governance is provided. Only then you can gain your confidence in democracy. Listener, this is where the curtains fall of this program. I want to sincerely thank you for your time. Until tomorrow or till Monday, we shall be here with another interesting package of the program. I am Usman Apaya. Thank you for listening. God bless you and goodbye for now.